play. Yeah, what's going on? It's your boy HollyHood Sensei of the Blurred Cartel. We back. Welcome to HollyHood. You know what I mean? It's been a month off, from the show, but we are back, ready to hit you with another episode. A lot has happened since then, you know, since my last episode. So yeah, it's no what you're used to, the two things can be true and all that. We're not doing that tonight. You know what I mean? We got some lists and stuff to talk about. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna get into. You know what I mean? I had stopped by the Derelict Collective podcast. Shout out to the Derelict Collective. Shout out my girl Danny Dramatics. You know what I mean? She definitely held it down, invited me, and we had a good time over there. You know, we had a real good time. They was a little upset with my Drake list, which we will get into tonight. I did a top 50 Drake songs. There was a lot of just like crazy reaction off of that. So, you know what I mean? We gonna get into that. And also we're gonna talk about the Billboard top 50, you know what I mean? What they gave us. You know what I mean? Well, I'm literally gonna really just talk about the top 20. You know what I mean? Not really the top 50, just the top 20. And then I'm gonna give you my top 10 current rappers right now in the industry. Like, you know what I mean? For me, my favorite current top 10, however you want to slice it, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that's what I'm going to give you. And then we will have If You Knew Better, You Do Better. But we will talk about an incident that involved Chris Brown and one Robert Glasper. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into that tonight. Like I said, it's Welcome to HollyHood. And I didn't even do my intro. It's HollyHood Sensei of the Blurred Cartel. You know what I mean? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Blurred Cartel on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts for your listening needs, where you can find the Roundtable Podcast. And also, this is streaming on the What It Sound Like YouTube page and Facebook page. So you can follow it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, and TikTok. That's the What It Sound Like podcast on all social media platforms. And also follow me, HollyHood_Sensei 215 on all social media platforms. You know what I mean? But yeah, my bad, got the WWE 2K22 in the background. You know what I mean? I was playing the game and shit. But yeah, like I said, I was on the Derelict Collective podcast this past Thursday. You know what I mean? We discussed my top 50 Drake songs. And there was a lot of unhappy campers, during the pod. A lot of them, A lot of people weren't in agreement with what your boy had put out. You know what I mean? There were some songs that I was told that I left out. Songs that I was told shouldn't have been on there, So we're going to discuss that tonight for those who watching. If you listen to Drake as much as I do, you just chime in. You let me know where I went wrong and all that type of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? If you feel as though I went wrong, I don't. I'm standing on my list. It is what it is. It's concrete. It's already been made. Like, you know what I mean? So there's nothing. But let's get into it. So 50 through 46 was Asthma Team, which was a freestyle. It was on, I believe, was it on Comeback Season or Room for Improvement? I think it was a Comeback Season. But Asthma Team, one of Drake's best freestyles for me. Early Drake, you know what I mean? He was just flowing. He had a lot of bars on that John. He was spitting. So I like what I heard on Asthma Team. You know, shout out my baby Lala. It's so random in the comments. You know what I mean? She's a goat. But yeah, Asthma Team at 50. Then we got Worst Behavior at 49. Now a lot of people said that song should have been higher on the list. I could see where you go if you wanted it to be higher, like 30 range maybe. You know what I mean? I could see that as well, like if you wanted it to be higher. But Worst Behavior at 49. 48 was Uptown, which is Drake, Bun B, and Lil Wayne. All fire verses on there. 48th. I got it 48th on this list. I was also told that song needed to be higher. We'll Be Fine, 47. Now, I was told that song should have not been included on the list. That on the Take Care album, We'll Be Fine is a skippable track. Now, I don't believe that to be. I don't think We'll Be Fine is a skippable track. It's actually one of my favorite songs on Take Care. And Drake was rapping his ass off on that joint. Like he was spitting. Like I like what he did with the flow. The instrumental was there. Like it was one of Drake's best songs lyrically. So 47 for me. And then 46, we had Nice for What at 46. So Nice for What at 46, that's the an anthem. I was also told that should have been, a little bit higher. For the significance of the song. It's Nice for What is a bop. Like it's nothing really. That's one of Drake's best songs. But 46, this is like the good category, like the very good. And songs that you'll see later on the list are, in my opinion, in the great. But these are the very good. So like 45, Dreams Money Can Buy. It's one of my favorite Drake songs. I'll turn that on and listen to that song instantly. Just I love the vibe of that song. I love the shit Drake was talking. And the beat is phenomenal. Like I don't know who made that beat, whether it was 40, Boy Wonder, whoever Drake was rocking with at that time who made that beat. That beat is phenomenal. Like and then Fair Trade at 44. Fair Trade is on Certified Lover Boy. Him and Travis Scott, banger. Like Fair Trade, probably one of the top 5 songs on that album. So I got that up here. 43, Karaoke. Another song that they said could have been higher. But, Karaoke is one of my favorite Drake songs. It's soft Drake or singing Drake, whatever you want to call him. Melodic Drake on Karaoke. One of the best songs on Thank Me Later. Like, one of the better songs on that album. The one with a hella replay value. And then Over My Dead Body. Now, I was told that this one shouldn't even have made the list. Over My Dead Body didn't deserve to be on the list. Drake is one of those rappers that there's certain rappers, when they release an album, they have intros that always hit. And Drake is one of those. He's one of those. His intros are always, I never really heard a bad Drake intro. I might have to rank the Drake intros. Might have to rank the Drake intros. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's do that right now. We gonna get back into the list, but I'm about to look up the Drake intros, all of them, and then we gonna rank them, Jones. But whoever watching, how y'all feel about the list so far? If you're a Drake fan, how do you? What's your opinion on this list? Let me know something. I'm not just up here talking. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all with me. Like, let me know. All right, so here are Drake intros. You got Tuscan Leather, Over My Dead Body, Dreams Money Can Buy, which is also on the list. Legend, Champagne Poetry, Digital Dash, Fireworks. Is Fireworks the intro for Thank Me Later? No, it's not. Fireworks is not the intro. It, it is. Fireworks is. Okay, I was wrong. Fuck me. But okay, so yeah, Fireworks, Free Smoke, Lust for Life, Keep the Family Close, Survival, Deep Pockets, and the intros from Comeback Season and Room for Improvement. Excuse me. All right, I'm not. That's 14 intros. I'm not about to sit here and rank all 14, but I'll give you the top five. Number one, Tuscan Leather. You know, that's just Tuscan Leather. No. Number one, Champagne Poetry. My bad. Champagne Poetry, number one. Number two is Tuscan Leather. Number three, I would give Dreams Money Can Buy number three. Number four, I'll go with Free Smoke at four, and then Lust for Life at five. So that'll be Drake intros. But I say that to say that Drake is one of the better. His intros always slap. I think the king of the intros, if you were to ask me, is Meek Mill. But Drake has some fire Jones, but Meek is on another level with his intros. Like his intro is literally like the anthem to Philadelphia. Like when you hear "Hold Up, Wait a Minute," y'all thought I was finished. Like I don't even have to explain further. Like you know. You know what I mean? All right, so the second part of the list. All right, so at 40, we got the Calm at 40. So far gone, John. One of Drake's best. And in hindsight, I'm gonna keep it a beam. When I went over this list, like I said, I'm standing on it. I already created it. I'm not doing no edits. You see the date on it. It's January 13th. It's fucking February now. I'm not changing it. I'm not doing any revisions to it. But I will admit there are a shit ton of Drake songs that I just completely forgot about that could easily be on this list. Could easily be on it. But like I said, the list is what it is. So, I'll take all criticism that comes with it. So the Calm at 40, Miss Me at 39. I know a lot of people probably gonna see that and be like, hold on, bro. Like Miss Me at 39 is crazy. It's crazy. And I get it. Two classic verses from Wayne and Drake. Especially the Wayne verse. This was when Wayne was about to go to jail. So, the shit just hit hard. And like they both did their thing on that joint. And you got the iconic Drake line, I love Nicki Minaj. I told her I admit it. I hope one day we get married. Just to say we fucking did it. Like, you remember. Like that's Miss Me. But Miss Me at 39, it's a good song. I like it. But Hell Yeah, fucking right. Right. After it, Wayne and Drake again. I just like the flows better on Hell Yeah, fucking right. Overall, could it be swapped with Miss Me? Sure. Those two could be very interchangeable. Like one is better than the other on whatever day you choose. But Hell Yeah, fucking right at 38. 37, Furthest Thing. Another song that could have been higher, I was told. Like, just a very good Drake song. Very good introspective Drake song. That's what you get in a lot of Drake music is introspective. He's a very self-reflective artist. And that Furthest Thing is a song that highlights that. So I got that at 37. And then Feel No Ways. Both of those could be higher. I feel you. I definitely feel you. Feel No Ways at 36. Feel No Ways could definitely another song that probably could have been higher as well. But I love Feel No Ways. That song speaks to me on a spiritual level. Like, when I remember the first time I heard that song, and when I heard Drake say, who is this that got you all gassed up, changing your opinion on me? Like when he said that shit, I was like, yo, I had to grab my chest because I felt that. I'm like, you know what I mean? Because at the time I was dealing with a shorty, she, some nigga had her gassed up, and like she was just, you know, it didn't feel she ain't feel the same about me. So yeah, I mean that song definitely, I resonate with that song very well, and also with the part where he's saying, I had to let, I had to let us go to show myself what I could do. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do gotta let a relationship go to show yourself, like, yo, man, I'm better off with this person. I mean, I'm better off not being with this person. I'm better off by myself. I mean, so that song has, a lot of significance to me. But, when you hear me say that, you would think, why isn't it higher? But, 36. 35, God's Plan. One of my favorite, all these songs are my favorite Drake songs. Like, I mean, so to hear me say one of my favorite is crazy. But, like, that's one of my top Jones. Like, God's Plan, when God's Plan came out, like, I had that joint on repeat. Like, that's definitely we know that's a banger. Like, one of Drake's best Johns, won a Grammy for it, all that. 34, Underground King. Now, I was told this could be lower. This could be up, in the 40, 50 range, and also it could be in the top 10. You know what I mean? Underground Kings is a very, very good song, very great song. Drake was like, he was rapping his ass off on Underground Kings, like rapping his ass off. Like, and the beat was fire. He was on his, Houston type of sound on that John. Fire. The Motion at 33. You know what I mean? One of the better Drake songs, singing Drake. You know what I mean? Like, I just love the motion from the beat to the chorus. You know what I mean? To the verses. Like, the motion goes hard. Aisha, how you doing? How are you? And then Knife Talk at 32. Bro. When I first heard CLB, you know what I mean? And when Knife Talk came on and I heard Project Pat started off, and then 21 came on and started, listen, people, y'all might look at me crazy after I say this, but, and I'm going to say it now, 21 and Drake, they in the future could surpass could surpass Drake and Wayne as far as their collaborations. Like, 21 and Drake, they do not miss. They don't miss at all. Like, and I know somebody probably want to comment, oh, that Her Loss album wasn't. It was fire. So don't even come in here, Dickie, and talking about that joint was ass, because you won't be lying. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like, that joint was fire. Like, it was one of the best albums of 2022. And Drake and 21 slid on that joint. And they slide. Listen, she said the support. Listen, this isn't all Drake. This isn't an all Drake show. You know what I mean? Just the first half we discussing this list. You know what I mean? And like I said, you can see me put Under the Chopping Block on the Derelict Collective podcast. You know what I mean? Where I was on the show and I had to, they went through the list. I had to explain myself. You know what I mean? I was called names. I was made fun of. I was laughed at. I was ridiculed. Whatever you want to say, that it happened to me. It happened to the sensei. Even the sensei is ridiculed from time. You know what I mean, it's okay. Like, and I took it like a champ. I took it like the champ that I am. You know what I mean? No crying, no backtracking, no nothing. Like, I mean, I stood on my 10 toes and I said, this is my list. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But music is a subjective. Everybody has their own opinion. So my 50 songs may not even be in your rotation of Drake songs. Like, I mean, fans of the same artist have different ears sometimes. I mean, I've learned that over the years. But thank you for, and I'm glad you pulled up the watch, Asa. You listen, man. You that's why I fucks with you, because you be on this joint. Like, I mean, you be rocking out with the boys. I mean, we might have to get you your own show. Drake been giving us the same style. You know what I mean? Drake definitely has a if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of method. I mean, which I understand. Like if it's gonna keep you at the top of the charts as the best in the game, why switch it up? But we see him now trying to switch some things up. He did the, honestly, never mind, John. You know what I mean? So we'll probably get some more of that. But when he tried to switch it up, niggas was like, I don't want this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like a damned if I do, damned if I don't type of situation, maybe. Like, that's what we get with a lot of artists. We say, we don't want to hear this nigga say the same shit or rap the same way. And then he give you something totally different. And you're like, nah, this shit ass. So it's like, you know what I mean? What you want people to do? Is he really the best in the game? You know what I mean? Bar for bar? No. You know what I mean? I believe that's between Cole and Kendrick. But as far as pure artistry, just making music, yes. Yes, he is. But back to the list. 30, but yeah, Knife Talk was fire. 30, 32, 31, 6 p.m. in New York. All Drake, his timestamp series, his songs, you know, all them Jones are fire, and every last one of them is on his list. You know what I mean? But 6 p.m. in New York was fire. He was talking this shit on there. You know what I mean? He had to throw some shots at Tyga on there, which was, nobody cares about a Drake versus Tyga beef. But, he had to throw some shots on him on there. The flow was crazy. The bars was crazy. Drake was walking on that John. You know what I mean? So that's 31. Number 30. We have some middle ground. He has to find the middle ground between what he does and what is. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you 100% on that one. Uh, Part 5. Number 30. Ignorant shit. Wayne and Drake once again. You know what I mean? They did the ignorant shit. Jay-Z instrumental. You know what I mean? Listen, man. Both of them verses are iconic on there. You know what I mean? Both of them verses are, but Wayne really took off on that one. Like that was like one of my favorite. That's like one of my all-time favorite. You know what I mean? And I'd say probation. I don't want the Ti and big vacation, private jet. Like, come on, dog. Don't Wayne started going in on that joint. But number 30, 29. Say what's real. I caught a lot of flack for Say What's Real at 29 because that's one of Drake's. You know, Kanye beat and Drake was really talking on that joint. That's probably the best song on so far going. And like I understand if somebody had that in a top 10, top 15, you know what I mean? I'm not mad at you for that. But Say What's Real at 29. 28, Too Much, another song that I was told could have been higher. You know what I mean? Too Much. Another introspective Drake track, self-reflective John, just talking about his life. You know what I mean? What he been through with his moms and shit like that in Toronto and all that. Like, you know what I mean? So, and then the beat is just fire. Sampler on there, you know, singing a hook. The instrumental is just listen to the instrumental Too Much, like, and tell me that John is just not a work of art. But that John is crazy. 28, 27. We got Wu Tang Forever at 27. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like Wu Tang Forever. You know what I mean? Because they said, it's not really a Wu Tang tribute. But like, I'm not trying to hear that. That song fire. Like one of Drake's best Jones on the Nothing Was the Same album. Wu Tang Forever. And then number 26, Madonna. You know what I mean? Listen, dog. Madonna is a banger. Like one of the more underrated Drake songs. You know what I mean? Hold on, I didn't mean to turn it on. But one of the more underrated Drake songs. You know what I mean? I love the lyrics in this joint. The beat is fire. You know what I mean? You know, you gotta tell her shorty she big as Madonna. You know what I mean? You know. But yeah, 26 Madonna. 25. Lord knows. Lord knows. Drake featuring Rick Ross. That's a listen. I might have to do a joint where I'm ranking like artists that Drake did songs with, because it's like Wayne, 21, Ross, you know what I mean? And it's a Big Sean is in there as well. Like, you know what I mean? But Drake got some, like, his collabs with certain artists be crazy. And Ross is one of them. Like, I wouldn't be mad if you said that Drake and Rick Ross together, you know what I mean, was better than Drake and Wayne. Like, you know what I mean? Because there isn't a Drake and Rick Ross song that I heard that was bad. Like, her head may be as big as my. So who can go against Drake for a better top 50? Well, my next top 50 I was going to do Future, but I'll hold off on the Future, John. I'm going to do Jay-Z next. So I'm going to do Jay-Z, and I'm going to be back on the Derelict Collective podcast. They're going to put me in on under the microscope again to go through the. And I know this one is going to be like way more criticized than, you know what I mean, than the Drake joint, because this is the greatest of all time. And if you don't have certain songs on there that niggas feel like, you know what I mean? So, but I'm coming back with the whole joint. I'm probably going to be posting parts of the list this week on my Facebook and also on my Twitter. You know what I mean? Cudi, top 50 Kid Cudi. You know what I mean, I could do that, but I don't know if niggas want, you know, if they really want to watch that. You know what I mean? But Kevin Gates, no, not doing no top 50 Kevin Gates. That's, you know what I mean, and I fucks with Gates, but he don't deserve no top 50. Not from me. You know what I mean? You know, not no Kevin Gates top 50. We ain't doing that. But yeah, number 25, Lord knows. Number 24, Sticky. Like, you know what I mean? Honestly, never mind. You know how sticky it gets. You know what I mean? Like, that joint is Sticky is a bop. Regardless if you hate Honestly Nevermind or not, you know Sticky. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Oh yeah, top 50 Wayne tracks is coming as well. But that joint gonna have hella mixtape joints on there. You know what I mean? But you know, it's mixtape Wheezy. We know who he is. But yeah, Sticky at 24. 23, Nicki. You know what I mean? Do I want to do a top 50 Nicki Minaj songs? You know what I mean? I can, if that's what y'all want to see. Like, I can do it. Like, you know, I have listened to, you know, over 50 Nicki Minaj songs. So, you know, but it's just, do I want to do that? But if y'all want to see it, you know, it's the viewers. This is what y'all want. So, listen, I will do it. I do a lot of things I don't want to do every day. So, I will, for y'all, because you asked and because you've been rocking out with the squad since day one, and I fucks with you. I'll do a top 50 Nicki. I'll put it on the docket of my list that I'm doing, because I these are some of the lists that I got coming up for y'all this year. I got a Jay-Z top 50. I have a top 50 Future. I'm gonna do a top 50 Lil Wayne, top 50 Kendrick. I'll do top 50 Nicki. I'm gonna do my top 50 movies. You know what I mean? Not movies. This is my opinion. You know what I mean? You know, top 50 movies. You know, I think I might. I kind of want to separate them into like genres, like comedy for one, horror for another, action. But I might just all, you know, group them into one genre. You know what I mean? Just so I don't gotta do all that. You know, yo. I'm not hating on Nicki. I just literally, like, I am one person that will give Nicki Minaj her flowers. For as much as a cornball she is off, you know, when she's not making music, you know what I mean? I'll give her flowers, because she's one of the best, you know what I mean, rappers, like, period. I mean, not just women, just rappers. Like, she's one of the best. So, I mean, do a poll, definitely. I mean, oh yeah, I got a top 50 Beyonce. You know what I mean? I am a member of the Beehive. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'll give you a top 100 Beyonce, no problem. Like, You know what I mean? But I'm gonna just do 50. Like, but I give you top 100 with ease when it comes to B. You know what I mean? When it comes to the queen herself, you know, and do the genres. Yeah, and do the genres, and then I'm gonna also give y'all like my top. I may do a top 30 PlayStation 2 games, or I might do top 50. But next week though, I am tier listing PS2 games. So next week's show, you know, PS2 game tier list. You know what I mean? I listen. I actually, I actually need some people up here with me for this show. So I'm going to reach out to some niggas so they can come on so we can, because the tier lists always go hard. So and of course Lala. I mean, you a gamer. We both PlayStation lovers. You better be here talking this PlayStation 2. You know what I mean? You better be here. But no, where was I at? 23. Controller at 23. You know what I mean? One of Drake's best songs. You know what I mean? Like when Drake do his little international, you know what I mean, shit, you know, we definitely yeah, we don't do the listen, she said it, not me. But yeah, we don't do those around here. You know what I mean? Straight Sony gang. You know what I mean? PS. You know what I mean? PS, the PlayStation is better. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, 23 controller, Drake, Bop International John. You know, you can dance to that John, throw it on in a party, get grinded on, whatever. That song is a bopper. 22, Portland. You know what I mean? The flute instrumental in that joint is crazy. Quavo does his thing on the hook, on his verse. Travis Scott, best verse in the song. You know what I mean? The flow from Travis was just stupid in that joint. Like Portland is just one of more underrated tracks on More Life, which is one of Drake's more underrated projects. Like I feel like I might do. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do for y'all because I am the host of the What It Sound Like podcast. So there are a lot of side projects as far as music that I like to do. So I mean, what I'm gonna do on this show is I'm gonna take certain albums from artists and I'm gonna just call it my little under the microscope. And I'm gonna put them albums under the microscope and I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna listen to them, and I'm gonna really review them Jones and break them down. And I'm gonna let you know, like, is this John? Yeah, I mean, was it a classic? Was this a bop? Or was this John really trash? And we just overhyped it because of who that person was. So my first John I'm gonna do More Life by Drake. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hit on More Life, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about that. So I'll probably have that cooking up for you in the next 2 to 3 weeks. You know what I mean? But just know this joint ain't gonna be like all music all the time. Like, you know what I mean? But I did say I was gonna switch up the content. You know what I mean? So it will be a lot more music talk on Welcome to HollyHood moving forward. But I'm also get into the stuff that you was here for in the beginning. Making sure niggas is being held accountable. And, just talking about life in general. But number 21, we got, all right, we need to hurry up and get through this list. I'm 35 minutes in. 21, Days in the East, one of Drake's. Come on, man. Why do you keep asking me about, you know what I mean? Come on, man. She's not what I want to hear right now. She's not even here right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why you ask me about Shorty? She ain't even, like, I'm here with you. Like, that's the premise of the, you know what I mean? Like, you asked me about a John. She ain't here, you here. Let's talk about me and you. Like, why you worried about somebody else? Like, but Days in the East, number 21. I mean, one of Drake's best Johns. Like, come on, man. Go back right now and listen to Days in the East and then come back to me and tell me that John isn't a fucking banger. Like, go ahead. Just do it. I mean, you can come back. You can leave the show for a minute and you can come back and comment like, yeah, you was right. Days in the East is, you know what I mean? Just do that for me. All right, now we get down to the top 20. Number 20, 9 a.m. in Dallas. You know what I mean? One of Drake's best songs. One of my favorite Drake quotes is from this song. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. The theory is brilliant. You know what I mean? Real rap. Like, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You know what I mean? And I've learned throughout life that I got it. in certain aspects. Like, I mean, your boy got the juice, you know. So, but 9 a.m. in Dallas, that's like one of the songs where you get like rapping Drake. Like, and that's what a lot of people want from Drake. They just want him to spit. They just want him to give you bars. You know what I mean, just go ahead, prove to us why people call you the best rapper. And that's one of the songs where he does it. You know what I mean? Where he proves like, yo, I'm really that bull. Like, and then number 19, we got 30 for 30 freestyle. Listen, what a time to be alive. One of my favorite Johns. It was a good project, and I'm here to tell you her loss was way better than What a Time to Be Alive. Just way better. But 30 for 30 freestyle? There may not listen, 30 for 30 freestyle on its own can like that song is just the shit like Drake was really talking on there. The beat, like when you get Drake on that slowed down smooth beat and he just able to just rap, it's different. Like it's different. I mean, Western Road flows at 18, another John, slowed down smooth beat, just let Drake talk his shit, let him rap. You know what I mean? Fire. Tuscan Leather. Come on, man. How much time is he really spending on the intro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, when Tuscan Leather dropped, like, come on, bro. Tuscan Leather 14. I mean, 17. 16, Race My Mind. You know what I mean? I love the Rick James sample. You know what I mean? I love how he twisted it in that joint. You know what I mean? Race My Mind is fire. Like, one of the better songs on Certified Lover Boy. I love Race My Mind. You know what I mean? Singing Drake at his best. You know what I mean? Then we got number 14. No, number 15. We have 4 p.m. in Calabasas. You know what I mean? All you self promoters is janky. You know what I mean? Listen, bro. The way Drake was sliding on this joint, and the way he was just taunting and trolling Diddy throughout this whole song, like he was fucking Diddy up on this joint, like for no reason at all. Like he was on Diddy ass this whole song, like you know what I mean. And the beat is crazy. Drake was walking on that joint, like the bars just like, come on, bro, come on. Shout out to the box players. But yeah, 9 a.m. in Dallas, bro. You know, we done had debates about this song, so I already know how you feel about this joint. But yeah, 4 p.m. in Calabasas, one of the better songs in the Drake timestamp. Then we got The Ride at 14, one of my favorite Drake songs, The Beat. You know what I mean? The Weekend sample in the background. Like it's just a slapper. You know what I mean? The best song on well, one of the best songs on Take Care. The Ride. 13, Crew Love. You know what I mean? Fire. You already know. Loving the like, come on, bro. Like, are you loving the crew? Like, you know what I mean? Crew Love at 13. 12, The Real Her. Yeah, definitely. Diddy did get the upper hand literally by slapping him. You know what I mean? 12 is The Real Her. I love this joint. Drake singing Drake on there. Then you had Andre 3000 and Wayne to follow it off. Like, and Andre's verse on that joint is just. We gonna be talking about Andre in a minute though. But number 11, Pound Cake. Like, now if you like to be honest, this top 20 could really be reversed. You know what I mean? This top 20 could be rearranged like crazy, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you know. But number 11, Pound Cake, because Pound Cake can easily be top 10 or top 5 if we're gonna keep it a bean. Because Drake walked on that joint, then you had you know what Hove did on that joint. Like, I don't even gotta explain to you what Jay did on there. But Hove did his thing, then the beat, then to the Paris Morton music part 2. Like, Pound Cake. 10, Can't Have Everything. One of the best songs on More Life. You know what I mean? Like, Drake was talking heavy on Can't Have Everything. I mean, he was sending some shots. He was talking to Meek on there. He was talking to Tory. He was talking to Kendrick. Like, I mean, he was saying some shit on Can't Have Everything. So, I mean, 9. Now this is the song that I caught the most heat for. I caught the most heat for number 9, One Dance. You know what I mean? One Dance is not appreciated. I've learned that One Dance is a song that is laughable, according to the podcast I was on. They laughed when this song was brought up. I mean, they laughed at me when they saw this at number 9. The podcast literally almost just turned on its head and was just stuck at that singular point that One Dance was at 9. But it's a fucking banger, bro. Like, number 1 in 15 countries. Like, One Dance is a banger. Like, have you not been to a party? Like, have you not had a soft brown skin, soft, dark skinned woman just grind on you as that song is wind on you as that song is on? You never had that? You never experienced that when that song was on? Because if you have, you would know why it's in the top 10. But number 8, 5 a.m. in Toronto. Like, you underestimated greatly. Most number ones ever. How long did it really take me? The part I love most is they need me more than they hate me. So they never take shots. I got everybody on safety. My man said he could load every gun with bullets that fire backwards, and we still wouldn't lose a single rapper. Like, just them bars alone, and then the song, the bars in that song that just set me on edge every time I hear it. All them boys in my wheels. All them boys in my wheels. Anything happen to Pop, then I got you like Uncle Phil. Like, bro. Weezy been on the edge. You niggas just need to chill, because anything happen to Pop, he might pop a nigga for real. Like, listen, when I tell you Drake was just talking crazy on that whole joint, like in the flow, like 5 a.m. Toronto is easily like my favorite Drake song of all time. Because like when I first heard that song, I was like, hold the fuck up. Like, I ran that shit back immediately because that joint was so fire. You know what I mean? Is it worth top 10? For me, yes. For everybody else, it's a hell no. And I get it. But like I said, it ain't no backtracking. I'm not about to. Nah. The list is the list. You know what I mean? I can't. Number 7, Lemon Pepper Freestyle. Another Ross and Drake John. Ross did his thing, even though his verse was short. But he did his thing. And then Drake just. Come on, man. That was one of the best Drake verses we've heard in the past 5 years on Lemon Pepper Freestyle. Like, I mean, it's just. It was that good. Number 6, Passion Fruit. You know what I mean? Like, listen, Passion Fruit is a fucking banger. Like, you know what I mean? It is a banger. Like, this is why we're gonna do that deep dive into More Life, because that's one of the songs that's gonna be highlighted, Passion Fruit. Because like Drake is like one of the reasons why Drake is my favorite artist is because he's an actual artist. Like, Drake really is great at making music, regardless of what you want to say about his rapping ability or whatever bars was written for him. He knows how to execute a song. Like, his delivery is top notch. You know what I mean? He knows how to execute a song. Like, his subject matter. Like, Drake is a bona fide song maker. Like, I mean, and Passion Fruit is another just example of that. Like, the whole, like, listen, Passion Fruit at 6. The top 5 now. At 5, which you can't see all the way, but I'll read it to you. Top 5. We got Champagne Poetry at number 5. You know what I mean? One of Drake's best intros in my top 3 for his intros. Like, just, come on, man. Drake was another joint where Drake was talking. I mean, yeah, definitely. One of the greatest artists, greatest rapper? No. Like, I mean, no, he's not. Because lyrically, he's not better than J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar. Like, bar for bar, he's not better than them. I mean, does he make better songs than them? Yes. But he doesn't rap better than them. Number 5, Champagne Poetry. Number 4, we got Do Not Disturb. Probably the song on More Life. You know what I mean? Do Not Disturb at 4. 3, 7 a.m. on a bridal path. Just one of Drake's timestamp series. Like, it's just, that song is a masterpiece. Number 2, You and the Six. And then number 1, which I court hella criticism for, which I understand, but The Remorse at number 1. I just feel like the way Drake was coming off on there, the beat, what he was talking about, you know what I mean? We'll go back in a couple years and you're gonna listen to The Remorse again and you're gonna be like, yo, he was really talking his shit on that joint. Like, you know what I mean? I could argue with my own list if I could pick apart, and I could do that. I could pick apart my own list because it's my list. You know what I mean? If I was to take any song out of the top 10, I would probably switch. I would switch Pound Cake and One Dance. You know what I mean? And I would also probably take out Lemon Pepper Freestyle for the ride. You know what I mean? And there's a case for 30 for 30 freestyle and Tuscan Leather to be top 10 as well. So, you know what I mean? But that's the top 50, you know? That's the top 50. The Remorse at 7 a.m. Listen, them Jones is bops, bro. Like, he was really talking on them Jones. Like, you know what I mean? But that's the top 50 Drake list. You know, that was my list. I got ridiculed for it. I got applauded for some picks. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I'll be back. Like I said, I got the Jay-Z list top 50 coming at you next. So we be on the lookout for that. We'll have an episode for this one too, for the Jay-Z list. But all right. Next joint on the top. The top. I wish these fucking photos was bigger. Like, god damn. But you got the top. Billboard did a top 50. Billboard and Vibe did a top 50 rappers of all time. But I'm just going to focus on the top 20. And facts with his whole chest. You know what I mean? He delivered them Johns real grown man like. You know what I mean? But so the top 50 greatest rappers, but we're going to focus on the top 20. So we're going to go from 20 to 1. So at 20 we got Big Daddy Kane. Now, the criteria that went into, you know, the judgment and placements of these artists was, I believe it was cultural impact and influence, longevity and catalog, lyrics, and flow. So it was your body of work, your cultural impact, your bars, your lyrics, and your flow. You know what I mean? That was, you know, that was their criteria. So number 20, you got Big Daddy Kane at 20. 19, you got Missy Elliott. 18, Ice Cube. 17, 50 Cent. 16, Scarface. 15, J. Cole. 14, LL. Now I'm gonna stop right here. J. Cole at 15 is the most blasphemous shit I've ever seen in my life. Because everybody knows for a fact that Jermaine Cole, like Jermaine Cole is top 10, top 5. Like, to have him at 15 is 14, LL Cool J. 13, Rakim. 12, Andre 3000, which is blasphemous as fuck. And I'm gonna tell you why. Andre does not even, he don't, top 20 for Andre 3000 is crazy. But 11, Kanye West. 10, Nicki Minaj. 9, Snoop Dogg. 8, Drake. 7, Lil Wayne. 6, Biggie. 5, Eminem. 4, Tupac Shakur. 3, Nas. 2, Kendrick Lamar. 1, Jay-Z. So that's your top 20. I mean, that is a great criteria. Like, I mean, I'm not mad at that criteria. Very good criteria to judge off. You know what I mean? And Snoop is man, I fucks with the pun. I see what you did there. You know what I mean? But all right, so my first initial gripe when I seen this joint was J. Cole at 15. It's no way that an artist that has multiple albums with no features and going platinum is 15th. Like multiple, not just one, but multiple. He has multiple albums, no features that going platinum. You know what I mean? Has got on literally had the verse of the year last year on Johnny P's Caddy. You know what I mean? Has been on just a tangent, a spree lately for the last, I want to say 3 years, where he's just been getting on everybody's song and just annihilating them. Like it's like reminiscent of when Wayne was just taking people's beats and just turning them into his. Like that's what we're seeing from Cole right now. And for y'all to tell me that LL Cool J, Rakim, Andre 3000, Kanye, Nicki Minaj, and Snoop Dogg all rap better than J. Cole? There's no way. There's no way. No way. No. You know what I mean? Like, and you gotta look at like cultural impact, body of like if for Andre 3000, I feel like the biggest reason why he's 12th is on the back of his lyrics. Like, and Outkast had a huge cultural impact because, Southern hip hop on the rise. But we gotta look at it like this: if we're giving Andre the nod because of Outkast's impact, where's Big Boy? Like, and I don't think Big Boy was on this list at all. So where's Big Boy? Like, because Outkast wasn't just Andre 3000. There's Big Boy, and you had Andre 3000 himself say that Big Boy is a better rapper than he is. I mean, you have hardcore Outkast fans, hardcore fans from the South. I lived in the South. I lived in Texas. You know what I mean? I've been in Louisiana. You know what I mean? I've been to places where they listen to Outkast heavily, and niggas have told me that Big Boy was the ball. So where is he at? And then also body of work is also part of the criteria. So what body of work does Andre have outside of Outkast? Like, what solo album does he have? What solo mixtape does he have? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. His pen is legendary. His pen is high enough to where he could be top 20 off of his pen alone. You know what I mean? But it's your impact and your catalog that goes with it. He doesn't check those boxes as a solo artist. So for him to be ranked 12th, I don't agree. Like, LL Cool J over J. Cole is just ridiculous. Because there's in no way, shape, or form, anybody's going to tell you that J. Cole isn't a better rapper than LL Cool J. Like, unless it's a nigga that's still wearing Kango hats and gold chains, he might tell you LL's the better of the two. But we all know that J. Cole's better than LL Cool J. Rakim, one of the, his cultural impact is Rakim checks boxes. He checks all those boxes. You know what I mean? So, you could argue he could even be higher than what he is, but 13 is good for me. Like I said, Andre at 12, I feel like he should be lower. I don't feel like 50 Cent is top 20 at all. And as much as, if you know me, you know that I was G Unit Bull. Like, you know what I mean? 50 was my guy. Like, but, cultural impact alone is not giving 50 Cent the top 10, the top 20 recognition. Like, because that's what you're going off with 50 is his cultural impact. You know what I mean? His body of work after the massacre, his body of work is really, spotty at best. Like, if you're going to give 50, like, the highlights of his body of work are Get Rich or Die Trying, The Massacre, and Beg for Mercy. Like, and Curtis because of, the sound battle with Kanye West or whatever. But, he lost to Kanye, and Curtis really, you only remember "I Get Money" from that album. Like there, like if anybody who's a 50 fan, you could tell me one song from Curtis that you'll listen to other than "I Get Money." Like bar for bar, body of work, cultural impact alone, 50 could be top 10 off of his cultural impact and influence. Like just off of that alone, if we were just judging strictly off of cultural impact, 50 could be top 10. But there's lyrics, flow, and body of work that go into it, and all that isn't top 20 worthy to me. Missy Elliott, is she a good rapper? Yes, Missy can spit. I mean, is she top 20? No. No. I don't believe she is. There's other rappers that was ranked lower than her that rap way better than her. Like, I mean, is her cultural impact there? Yes. Missy's cultural impact is there. I mean, where it's no denying that. I mean, her body of work, we can't take into her production, credentials. We're not taking into her production credentials when we talk about body of work. We're talking about her musical body of work, her rapping. Is she top 20? No. And I mean, and I love Missy Elliott, but a top 20 rapper of all time? No, I can name 20 rappers better than Missy right now. Like, I mean, but let's get into the top 10. Nicki at 10, I mean, I can see it just because of her impact. I mean, and Nicki does have bars, but her body of work. Oh yeah, and longevity was also another part of the criteria. So I mean, a lot of these people definitely have their spot because of their longevity as well. You know what I mean? But Nicki at 10, I can see it. I mean, I just feel like her body of work is like the weakest part of her criteria. I mean, when you check in the boxes, that's like really her weakest part because Nicki does not have one classic. Like, you can't name me one classic Nicki Minaj album. Like, you can't. Like, don't come on here trying to tell me the Pink Print was classic because it wasn't. It wasn't. Like, she doesn't have any classics. You know what I mean? So, no classics on your resume and you top 10? That's crazy. You know what I mean? But I see it, though. I mean, I understand. Cultural impact definitely is why people are placed where they are. Pink Print, nah. You can't name me 5 memorable songs from the Pink Print. Like, I'm not a hater, yo. I'm not a hater. I keep it a bean. I'm keeping it a buck. Like, Nicki does not have any classics. She does not. All right, let's look at Nicki real quick since y'all want. You know what I mean? Since y'all we jacking Nicki tonight. So, I mean, let's go. Let me name these Nicki Minaj albums, and you tell me. Pink Friday. That's a classic? Is Pink Friday a classic? Yes or no? Comments. Tell me. Is Pink Friday Roman Reloaded a classic? Is it? The Pink Print. We already got one vote for the Pink Print saying it's a classic. You know what I mean? I don't think so. But, and then we got Queen. Like, out of those albums, she has 1, 2, 3, 4. Nicki gave us 4 albums. So the body of work isn't even that, you know what I mean? And there's no classics. All right, so y'all saying the Pink Print. So y'all saying what was the songs? What was the notable songs on Pink Print? Feeling Myself with Beyonce. You know what I mean? Only with Drake and Wayne and Chris Brown. The Buy Your Heart joint with Meek was on here. Pills and Potions was on here. Anaconda. All right, I mean, this was a good Nicki album. Is it classic? No. This is not This joint is not a classic. Like, it's not. Like, this is not an album that stands the test of time. And you like, yo, that Nicki Minaj Pink Print joint that came out in 2014, you know, that joint, no. Like, don't sit up here and lie to me and say that joint's a classic, because it isn't. Like, the Pink Print is not a classic. I'm sorry. Is it a good album? Yes. Is it great to classic? No. You know what I mean? No, it isn't. It isn't. Like, we gotta be real here. Like, and I love Nicki. Like, we gotta be real. It's no haterade. You know what I mean? I'm telling you the objective truth. There's no haterade being sipped. You know what I mean? By her, you know what I mean? If that's the logic we want to go off, then her bar is low as fuck. Like, I'm just saying. Like, but yeah, the Pink Print, not a classic. I'm sorry. But yeah, Nicki, I'm not saying she shouldn't be top 10, but I could argue that, like, I'm not mad that she's in there, but I can make a strong argument that, she's top 15, top 20. But her cultural impact alone could give her top 10 for what she did for, you know, the genre of rap as far as women. Because, once Remy was away, we didn't have no Lil Kim, we didn't have Eve, Foxy Brown was gone. I mean, Trina was, like, all the women, because there was one point in time where we had a plethora of women that was just going crazy. Putting out platinum songs, all that. Platinum albums, all that. And then really it was only Nicki and Iggy Azalea at one point. So, like, she held it down. The Barbs is a whole movement. Like, she's a fashion icon, all that. Like, her cultural impact, I don't take nothing from her on that front. And then lyrically, bar for bar, Nicki is one of the best rappers. I literally said that in the beginning of the show. Like, bar for bar, she's just one of the best rappers, period. Not just as a woman, just period. She's one of. So bars and impact, I can see it. But body of work, no. No. And once again, the Pink Print is not a classic. Like, it's not. Listen, believe it. Believe what Naruto say? Believe it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Nicki, no. That's a blip in rap history. Now, Snoop Dogg at 9. I love Snoop. Snoop was like my first favorite rapper. Gin and Juice was literally the first rap song I ever listened to. And I fell in love with it. And Snoop was my guy. But number 9? No. No. That's crazy. Because J. Cole could have been higher than Snoop. Kanye West, I don't know why he isn't in the top 10. But Kanye West could have been higher than Snoop. Ice Cube could have been higher than Snoop, but I feel like Snoop's longevity and his cultural impact is what got him to this top 10. You know what I mean? The longevity and the cultural impact is what got him to the top 10. Like, bar for bar, like Snoop, like, can Snoop rap? Yes. I'm not about to sit up here and say Snoop can't rap. But when is the last time you said, right now Snoop Dogg is one of the top 10 rappers in the game, bar for bar? Like, his bars. Like, when is the last time you said that? When, like, 93, 95? You know what I mean? Like, we just got to keep it a bean here. Like, and I love Snoop. Is he top 20? For sure. For sure. There's no doubt about that Snoop Dogg is top 20. Doggy Style is one of the greatest albums ever. But top 10? Nah. Nah. Nah, fam. And listen, I know I'm about to be a resident of California soon, so people probably like, oh my God, he talking crazy. He about to be in LA and he talking crazy about Snoop. I will go to LA and I will say the same thing. Like, I'll say the same thing. I'm not gonna switch up just because I'm in LA and be like, no, Snoop the greatest ever. Nah, I'm gonna be. I tell niggas to their face like, yeah, Snoop ain't top 10. He hot, but he ain't. You know what I mean? But now let's get to this top 5. Jay-Z, Kendrick, Nas, Tupac, Eminem. Biggie and Wayne is at 6 and 7. I feel like Pac. I feel like Tupac, Eminem, and Biggie all could be lower. Like I feel like Wayne could be ahead of all of them. You know what I mean? Like if it was me, I would have. I would seriously. I would probably have Wayne at 5. I would have Wayne at 5. Biggie at 6. You could give me Pac at 7. Matter of fact, no. Yeah. Wayne at 4. Biggie at 5. Pac at 6. Eminem at 7. You know what I mean? You know. Wayne just like he had an era. Are you feeling okay? Yeah. I feel lovely. Like this is what y'all gonna understand about me. When it comes to rappers that have passed away, and I said this on What It Sound Like, you can't tell me people who have died. I heard everything I ever heard from them. I'm not going to hear anything else. They're not going back in the studio to record anything. That they're done making music. That they're better than people that are actually still perfecting their craft and still actively making music. No, that's insanity. Like there's no way I'm gonna say Biggie and Tupac are better than niggas that are still that are as great as they are and are still making music. No. You know what I mean? No. They got placed to where they are because of their deaths. Sad as they were, but they were two great artists. They had cultural impact. They had the bars. They checked the boxes. But we only say they're the greatest ever because they died. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why we say that. Let's just keep it a bean. Like Biggie got a lot of questionable bars. You know what I mean? He was trying to suck off females' fathers. He was raping kids and throwing them over the bridge and all that other stuff. Like he was Tupac got too many Hennessy and Enemy bars. You know what I mean? Like Eminem, like can you name me 3? Name me give me Eminem is I would put Eminem 7th only because I feel Eminem is slightly overrated. He's not the greatest rapper. You know what I mean? Eminem has a lot of songs that don't have replay value. You know what I mean? And he has a lot of albums that don't have replay value. Is his longevity, his cultural impact, and his bars up there? Yes. Is his body of work? You know what I mean? That's we could break that down. That's a little questionable. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Cause let's look at Eminem. Slim Shady LP. We already know what that is. Classic. Marshall Mathers LP. Classic. You know what I mean? The Eminem Show. Classic. You know what I mean? That's 3 straight classics off the rip. You know what I mean? Then we get in the encore. Relapse. Okay. Recovery. No. You know what I mean? No. The Marshall Mathers LP. 2. Revival. Kamikaze. Okay. All right. Music to be murdered by. You know what I mean? Like, like after Eminem show, it just kind of went like, you know what I mean? And, he wasn't on a consistent path. Like, and then there was a lot of just the rapping fast and putting a bunch of words on top of each other. Like, but he's one of the greatest. 7, I think Eminem can occupy that 5 through 7 range. Like, you know what I mean? That's just me. I feel like my personal top 10 all time, now let me tell y'all, I don't have no disagreement with the top 3. Kendrick, Hove, Nas. You know, if you know me, you know I'm gonna say Hove is the greatest. Like it's no doubt about that. Jay-Z's the greatest. You know what I mean? Would I be mad if Kendrick, you know what I mean, Kendrick number one? Should he be? Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm not mad that he behind Jay-Z. You know what I mean? It's cool. But for me, Kendrick would be number one. But we got Jay-Z 1, Kendrick 2, Nas at 3. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that. Now, for me, all time, I would go Jay-Z number 1. Kendrick, no, all time for me, I got Kendrick number 1. My bad. Kendrick 1. I got Jay-Z 2. I got Nas 3. J. Cole 4. You know what I mean? Wayne at 5. Big at 6. Pac 7. Eminem 8. 9. Jadakiss. Jadakiss was 46th on this list. I don't even know how Jada wasn't in the top 10. But 9 Jadakiss, 10 Drake. Like, that's my top 10. You know what I mean? Con Man, what's going on with you, brother? You know what I mean? My boy Con Man in the building. Kendrick is number 2 because he checks every box. Body of work, longevity, cultural impact, bars, flow. Every box Kendrick checked. Every album Kendrick made, classic. Good Kid, Mad City, classic. To Pimp a Butterfly, classic. Damn, classic. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, classic. Like, Kendrick don't miss. And then he's just, you know what I mean, bar for bar, he's the greatest. Like, you know what I mean, Cole over Wayne, yes. Wayne is my guy, but Cole has been severely out-rapping Wayne for like the past 5 years. So, Cole definitely over Wayne. Oh, matter of fact, no, you're right. Jada, I would have Kanye in my top 10 before Jada. So it would be Kanye 9, Drake 10. You know what I mean? Then Jadakiss would probably be, he's somewhere in my top 20. But yeah, Kanye would be at 9. Because let me go into Kanye and him being excluded from the top 10. We know why. Because he was on his Hitler. He was wearing Make America Great Again hats and all that shit. That's why he wasn't in the top 10. But you talk about cultural impact. You talk about longevity, body of work, bars, flow. Kanye checks every last one of those boxes enough that he could even be in the top 5. Like, should I tell you College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808s and Heartbreak, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, all classics? Every last one of them Jones is classics. Like, Kanye really gave y'all 5 straight classics when he came out. Like, he could easily be in the top 10, in the top 5, but he was only excluded because of his fuckery. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why Kanye's not in the top, because of his fuckery. You know what I mean? But that's the top 10, top 20. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to give y'all my top 10 current rappers. Current rappers that are going right now. You know what I mean? So, y'all want me to do 1 through 10 or 10 through 1? I ain't gonna start till I get word. What y'all want me? You know what I mean? I completely disagree with you, but I appreciate your opinion. I vehemently disagree with that. Vehemently. All right, but number 10. Yes, I disagree with you. Number 10. Boldy James. I got Boldy at 10. You know what I mean? Detroit, one of the best rappers, and Griselda. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro. Boldy be getting on Jones and he just be talking. He be talking real heavy. You know what I mean? His bars is just. So Boldy at 10. Number 9, I got ESTG at 9. You know what I mean? G be spitting. He be sliding on. Listen. If you ain't got no ESTG in you know what I mean, go get yourself acclimated with ESTG. Number 8, I got Freddie Gibbs. You know what I mean? Got Gibbs at 8. You know what I mean? Gibbs be sliding, he be walking on Jones. You know what I mean? And fucking what's his album that just came out? Soul Separately. One of the best albums of 2022. So I got Gibbs at 8. Number 7. Right now at 7, I got Kodak. Kodak Black. Number 7. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm gonna keep it a bean. When Kodak first came out, I wasn't a fan. Like, I was not a fan of Kodak when he first hit the scene. I was like, nah, I'm good, you know. But then over the years, Kodak is really, you know what I mean? He really got me. So Kodak Black at 7. Number 6, I got 21 Savage at 6. I mean, 21 is Complex just named him the best rapper of 2022. They say he was the best rapper alive. So, you know what I mean? I don't think that, but I do think he's one of the top 10. So I got 21 at 6. Number 5, I got Benny the Butcher at 5. You know what I mean? The Butcher coming, nigga. Like, Benny just, come on, man. Like, do me a favor. Just go on your Spotify, your YouTube Music, Apple Music, whatever app you use for music. Type in 97 Hove and just listen to that song. Just listen to 97 Hove for me. You know what I mean? Number 4, I got JID at 4. You know what I mean? He just, come on, man. The Forever Story, one of the best albums of last year. JID, just one of the best rappers, period. So I got JID at 4. Number 3, Aubrey. You know what I mean? We got Drake at 3. 2, you know the final 2. Jermaine Cole. 1, Kendrick. You know what I mean? So that's the top 10 right there. You know. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me take off. I'm tripping. Who's my 10? Boldy at 10. 9, I had. Who I have at 9? ESTG at 9. 8 was who? Who was 8? Who the fuck was 8? All right. Oh yeah, Gibbs at 8. Gibbs was 8. Kodak was 7. 21 was 6. All right. Take Kodak off, my bad, and replace Kodak with Future. Future at 7. You know what I mean? We got Future at 7. So Kodak is out. So we got Bodie James, ESTG, Gibbs, Future, 21 Savage, Benny the Butcher, JID, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? That's my top 10 right there. You know what I mean? Favorite rappers currently. You know what I mean? I already gave y'all my top 10 of all time. But that's current. Kendrick number 1. You know what I mean? Toxicity. How am I? Tell me how I'm toxic. You know what I mean? First I get called a Nicki hater by somebody, and now I'm toxic. Tell me how I'm toxic. You know what I mean? And a Nicki hater. You tell me why I'm a hater. I want both of y'all to speak up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. I mean, I'm waiting. I mean, are there any women right now? Oh, must not be great. Who must not be great? Oh, as soon as I threw Future in the mix, listen, Future is my guy. Like, you know what I mean? Future is a goat. Like, listen, I'm explaining to y'all right now why Future is a GOAT. Number one, Future is an amazing songwriter. You know what I mean? You don't like, come on. Future is also, you know, cultural impact crazy. You know what I mean? If you want to say he don't have bars, all right, whatever. Like, I mean, fine, that's cool. You do you. You know what I mean? But Future be spitting. He be sliding on Jones. And then can I just name like 1 platinum, 2 platinum, 3 platinum, 4 platinum, 5 platinum? You know what I mean? 6 platinum, 7 platinum albums out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That man is 7 of 9. And the other 2 albums that didn't go platinum are gold. Which I don't know how The Wizard didn't go platinum because that album is fucking great. But 7 of 9. Future is right. Like the 3 niggas that I just named at the top, Kendrick, Cole, Drake. When we look at the numbers, we put all their numbers aside, what they sold, what they plaques look like. Future is right there with them. He's right there. Like, he's right there. Future could literally, I mean, versus with anybody because he has, Future got 20. Like, I don't understand why people don't give Future his flowers. Like, I don't want something to happen to Future in the near future. You know what I mean? And y'all motherfuckers talking about some, damn, man, codeine crazy. March Madness. Like, no, you wasn't a fan then. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. Like, give Future his flowers now. Yo, I'm not glorifying. I'm not glorifying this toxic behavior. You know what I mean? I'm glorifying his music. The man he makes great music. Future is one of the best artists out there. Like, Wait For You just literally won a Grammy. Like, come on now. Give Future his flowers, y'all. That's all I want y'all to do is give him his flowers. You know what I mean? He definitely got 20 for sure. But give Future his flowers. Yo, listen. All right. I ain't eating up nothing. Well, I'm eating up something, but you know what I mean? That's, this ain't after dark. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to talk about that. But somebody they know. But, yeah, man, Future is that ball. Like, But before I get out of here, there's just 2 more things I wanted to touch on. And as a member of the Beehive, it was no way I was not going to talk about this. Like, I mean, I had to bring this up. But the queen herself, Beyonce, breaks the all-time record. 32 Grammys. You hear me? 32 of them things. Like, that woman right there, not only is she beautiful, but she is supremely talented. Like, I mean, it's like she is a goddess in human form. You know what I mean? Just, a rarity amongst humans. You know what I mean? And 32 Grammy Awards, like the most. Black woman, black excellence. You know what I mean? 30 Sprite. Listen, DS2 is a classic. You know what I mean? They said yes. You know what I mean? Yes. Oh yeah, definitely a member of the Beehive. You know what I mean? Strong member of the Beehive. Like, I will not allow any Beyonce slander in my vicinity. Not on you better not. You know what I mean? Shit. That woman right there can do no wrong. Like, Black Girl Magic for real. Like, 32 Grammys, Renaissance. Like, yo, when I tell you that Renaissance is like just art, like, music is art. We do know that, right? That's why they call artists. Like, that right there, like, yo, Renaissance is replay value, classic, hella songs. Like, niggas was like, hold up, man. They was like, nah, niggas trying to make party music, house music. You know what I mean? Beyonce hit y'all with that fucking Break My Soul? Oh, that thing touched my soul. You know what I mean? How listen now. That woman right there can do no wrong in my eyes. Like she strong member. You know what I mean? Strong. Like that woman right there is the the pinnacle. You know what I mean? The pinnacle. Like, should she have won over Harry Styles? Yes. But I'm not mad Harry Styles won because Harry's house was a fucking masterpiece. Like, I mean, that album right there, like, if you ain't listen to Harry's house, just do me a favor. Listen to Harry's house and then come back to me and tell me I was wrong. Because you're not going to do that. You're going to come back to me and you're going to tell me, like, damn, yo, Harry Styles, that boy. Like, yeah, you're going to say that. Because I'm not mad that album won. But Beyonce should have won because it's Beyonce. Like, I mean, come on now. Beyonce. Like, if I was at the Grammys, I would have did exactly what Kanye West did when Taylor Swift won and he went up there and he said Beyonce had the greatest of all time, the greatest music video of all time. You know what I mean? I will literally go up on that stage and say Beyonce had the greatest album of all time and let security carry me off. Like, because it's like, come on now, it's Beyonce. She is the GOAT. Get it together. Beyonce just won lyricist tournament. You know what I mean? She beat Mary J. Blige, so she on to the second round. She may be on to the finals because it's Beyonce. Fuck you mean? But all right, last thing before I get up out of here. So R&B category at the Grammys, you had Chris Brown, Robert Glasper, Lucky Day, PJ Morton, and Mary J. Blige was all nominated for a Grammy. You know what I mean? Hey man, we all can't tap into greatness. It's fine. You know what I mean? But Lucky Day, PJ Morton, Robert Glasper, Mary J. Blige, Chris Brown, all nominated for the best R&B album at the Grammys. Robert Glasper won. And then Chris Brown decided to, he Google searched Robert Glasper and then still took the Instagram to ask the question, who the fuck is Robert Glasper? And then, he continued on asking the question through several Instagram posts. You know what I mean? And I felt as though it was disrespectful. You know what I mean? This is a man that has won 5 Grammy Awards, is one of the best jazz musicians, you know what I mean? Has been involved in countless R&B projects, countless hip-hop projects. He is known in many circles. And for Chris Brown to be a member of the music industry, the R&B category of the industry, and not know who that man is disrespectful in my opinion. And then to go about finding out who he was in the manner that you did was very, clout chasing and narcissistic in my opinion. And then you were on Google, you typed in Robert Glasper's name, you know what I mean, and still proceeded to ask who the fuck is he, when you could have just did your Googles and found out who he was. You know what I mean? Yeah, see, even if you didn't know who he was, you know what I mean, you don't gotta disrespect that man. You know what I mean? That's crazy, disrespecting another black man like that, who excelling in his craft. Like, Robert Glasper's Grammy win is now tied to Chris Brown asking who the fuck is he. Like, you know what I mean? He can't celebrate his Grammy win without somebody bringing that up. Like, that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? And Lucky Day was not robbed. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, that Lucky Day album was good, but there was a few R&B albums that came out last year that was way better than that joint. You know what I mean? Chris Brown shouldn't have even been nominated for no Grammy. Like, come on now. Out of all the R&B albums I heard, that joint was not better than Dawn FM. That joint was not better than Age, Sex, Location. That joint was definitely not better than SOS. Like, definitely wasn't better than that. So, like, You know what I mean? It wasn't that. Like a grown man throwing a tantrum. That's what Chris Brown was doing. He threw a tantrum. People came at him about it. So, this is if you didn't know, this is if you knew better, you do better. But Chris Brown then tried to walk it back, and he told Robert Glasper, and I quote, "Congratulations, my brother. I would like to apologize if you took offense to my reaction at the Grammys. You are not the intended target. And I know I came off really rude and mean. After doing my research, I actually think you're amazing. The organization isn't doing us blacks our due diligence. You and I should never be in the same category. Two totally different vibes and genres. So from one black man to another, congratulations. I hope you are able to feed your family for life. God bless my G." Now, to me, that apology was ass. And then it was even more ass that you posted the apology. You know what I mean? You know? And then it's even more ass that at the end of your apology, you decided to add, "I hope you're able to feed your family for life." Like, nigga, this is a man that has won 5 Grammy Awards, a man that beat you for a Grammy. You don't think he's already feeding his family for life, that he hasn't created generational wealth? Like, why even add that in? Like, I mean, to me, that was just, you know, you didn't have to say that. You could have just removed that from the apology. And then posting it, just, you're trying to garner whatever sympathy you can from your supporters. You know what I mean? You try and backtrack, which happens in this social media era. You know what I mean? But I just feel like Chris Brown could have just took his loss in silence. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, the album wasn't that good to begin with for it to even be nominated for a Grammy. But that's another story. But he could have, not disrespected that black man, not mired his moment. And, it's kind of like it's not as serious, but the whole scope of it is in the same realm. It's kind of like with the Chris Rock and Will Smith situation. A lot of talented black people won Oscars that night, but we don't remember any of that because all we remember is that Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. Like, that's it. Like, Samuel L. Jackson won some that night. The whole event was directed by a black person, but we overlook all that because Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Just like we're going to overlook Robert Glasper winning another Grammy, another notch on his belt, because Chris Brown decided to say, "Who the fuck is Robert Glasper?" You know what I mean? Now, Robert Glasper took it, like a G and said, "Okay, all right, who the fuck is Robert Glasper?" He started selling t-shirts. Who the fuck is Robert Glasper t-shirts? And them Jones are selling. You know what I mean? So he took that and turned it into a positive for himself. You know what I mean? So I applaud him for that, but I really do feel like Chris Brown should have approached this differently. You know what I mean? And he didn't have to go about it the way he go about it. The music industry is fickle. He could lose it all in a day. That is facts. You know what I mean? Life itself is fickle. You could lose everything. It's the we don't belong in the same category remark for me. Definitely. Like, you know what I mean? That's, I get it if he trying to say, if he said that on some like, "All right, you jazz, I'm R&B," but like still, you didn't have to. And then honestly, he said what we were always thinking. Most of us didn't know who Boy was. You know what I mean? I get that. But like, your Googles can just, you know what I mean? Everybody got Google Chrome or Safari, Mozilla Firefox, whatever you use, DuckDuckGo, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? You got a browser on your phone. Like, you just type in Robert Glasper, or you could, hey Siri, who is Robert Glasper? Like, you know what I mean? But don't go to Instagram and post a whole story saying who the fuck is Robert Glasper. Like, that's crazy. He overshadowed his moment, but now we remember the moment because I don't remember the other 4. Y'all some disrespectful niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hope if you ask for Robert Glasper's autograph, he just look at you like you ain't shit. Like, you know what I mean, that's what I hope happens. Like, cause like the disrespect, you know what I mean, I'm trying to tell Chris Brown to do better, and y'all trying to still come at Robert Glasper. Like, this is crazy. Niggas being niggas. You know what I mean, it never fails. But you know, Chris Brown shouldn't have disrespected that man. He's a legend. You know what I mean? Give him his flowers, give him his props. You know, Robert Glasper's a 44-year-old black man that has 5 Grammys. Just look him up. Listen to him. Listen to some of his music. Listen to the Black Radio. You know what I mean? Black Radio 3, which won the Grammy. Like, before we get into the who the fuck is he and all that, actually listen to his music and then find out who he is. And then you'll see why he won the Grammy. You know what I mean? Yes, he's a legend in the jazz genre. Yes. You know what I mean? Now, give Robert Glasper his flowers. Stop disrespecting, boy. I mean, because y'all talking real crazy on Beyonce's internet right now, and I'm not with it. Like, I need y'all to switch it up. Get y'all life together. Now, what I have voted for him, for me, I gotta listen to all the albums. I listened to Chris Brown's album. Out of all the albums that was nominated, I listened to Chris Brown's and I listened to Mary J. Blige. So I would have to go back and listen to the whole Robert Glasper album, the whole PJ Morton album, and the whole and I also listened to Lucky Days album. So out of those 3, I would have to listen to, like I said, Robert Glasper and PJ Morton. But if I just had to vote off of the 3 that I've heard, Mary J., Lucky Day, and Chris Brown, I would have voted for Lucky Day. You know what I mean? But, you know. Yeah, they aren't. You know what I mean? No blasphemy was spewed this whole episode. It was nothing but truth. Nothing but subjective truth. I mean, objective truth. I mean, nothing but objective truth was spewed tonight. Like, I mean, I didn't come at you with no bias. You know what I mean? Nothing. Like, I mean, I kept it as a buck as I could for y'all. Like, I mean, y'all hated on Robert Glasper. You tried to tell me Nicki had classics. Like, if any blasphemy, it was from the comments. Like, I mean, y'all was talking real crazy tonight. Like, I mean, I don't, you know, I didn't sign up for this. Like, I mean, y'all shocking me right now. Like, you know what I mean? Listen, it's not up for debate. You know what I mean? I was on the right side of history this whole episode. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm giving y'all the chance now to, you know, get on my side. Like, you know what I mean? Don't be on the wrong side of history on this one. Like, you only get one last chance. One last. Listen, that's crazy. Well, still never know him is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? That's just the disrespect on you know what I mean? Y'all gonna do Robbie Glass like this? You know what I mean? Robbie Glass? You know what I mean? Not Rob Glass. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all ain't gonna do my boy Rob G like this. Like, you know what I mean? Not Robbie G. We ain't gonna do that. Like, listen, enough of you, Aisha. Okay? Quiet, you. Both of yous, quiet. Like, zip y'all lips. You don't write nothing else for the rest of this episode. You know what I mean? Y'all cut it out. But yes. Yo, listen. We not gonna turn this into a I never heard of Robert Glasper episode. All right? Just get at me. Listen, I brought his name up to y'all. Now it's up to you to do your due diligence and do your research and acclimate yourself with Robert Glasper. You know what I mean? And you can see why he won what he won. You know what I mean? But, this has been Welcome to Hollywood, man. Make sure you follow the Blurred Cartel on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts for your listening needs, where you can find the Roundtable podcast and also the What It Sound Like podcast. I mean, and you can also follow the What It Sound Like podcast on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Spotify. You know what I mean? Crazy. You know what I mean? And also follow your boy, HollyHood _Sensei 215 on all social media platforms, especially my TikTok. I'm trying to reach 1K on TikTok. You know what I mean? We almost there. We at 450. So, you know what I mean? We need to get that other 550 rolling. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get that 1K. You know what I mean? Fuck with me on the Facebook. You know what I mean? Christopher Coley on that joint. We already 2,002. We at 2K followers now. You know what I mean? So just hit your boy up on that joint. Watch some reels. Let the algorithm bless your boy so I can keep getting these views. And, make sure you tune in to What It Sound Like podcast next Thursday at 7. We bringing you the vocalist tournament. You know what I mean? We got some matchups for you. We got Reba versus Leslie Odom Jr., Renee Elise Goldsberry against Maxwell. We got Tony Braxton against Adele. And then what was the last matchup in that, John? I was trying to not look at my phone to read it, but I forgot. Oh, yeah, Mahalia Jackson and Kristen Chenoweth. And then we're also bringing you Sam Cooke versus Brittany Howard, Lady Gaga versus Leon Bridges, Raphael Sadiq versus Al Green in the most random fucking matchup ever, Ron Isley versus Brandy. So, yeah, that's what you get next Thursday. Welcome to HollyHood. We'll be back next Saturday. I am doing PS2 tier list. So we're going to get into that. You know what I mean? I'm going to tier list some PS2 games. I'm going to have some people on. It's not just going to be me. I'm going to have some guests on here with me. You know what I mean? We're going to get into it. And then, I'll see y'all next week. You know what I mean? I may or may not be on Make It Make Sense. You know what I mean? If we're coming on tonight. You know what I mean? But After Dark will be back next Saturday. You know what I mean? We got a brand new topic for you. I mean, I think I want to talk about, I think I might, we might have a little quiz session, a little test session. I might have to have the cast put their thinking caps on. You know what I mean? We do a little test. You know what I mean? We go over the results and shit like that. You know what I mean? Or we might do the After Dark, you know what I mean, do's or don'ts of sex. You know what I mean? We might school y'all on what you're supposed to do in the bedroom and what you shouldn't do in the bedroom. I might poll it, ask the folks what they want to do. You know what I mean? And they also, because I know they watching, they also can give me ideas for topics as well. But, we'll talk about that later. And I will see y'all next week. This has been Welcome to HollyHood. Thank y'all for joining up. Aisha want to run that quiz. All right, so we might run the quiz. But thank y'all for joining your boy. It has been a good show. Make It Make Sense is coming on in the next 15 minutes. And shout out to Monray Hudson. Shout out to Overall 99 Media, GGC Mafia, Yellow Bucket Boys, Zesty Boys. We in the building. You know what I mean? And we out. It's your boy, HollyHood _Sensei 215. Sensei of the Blurred Cartel, Justin Timberlake. We out of this joint. I'm going to see